Goat is the most widely consumed meat in the world. There are few, if any, religious taboos limiting its consumption. And with massive export opportunities opening up in China and Southeast Asia, the upside for this industry is enormous.
Within the industry at the moment, there's certainly a huge amount of optimism, certainly at that domestic front. When you talk to the retailers and the chefs, they're looking for something new and different. The chefs are looking for something that they can start to recreate some of their signature dishes with, something they can really sort of express that creativity through. Butchers, again, are always looking for something different to put into their shop fronts to give them that competitive edge.
And producers are slowly opening their eyes to the advantages of incorporating goat production into their current systems without necessarily impacting on grazing pressure. Justin Gilbert runs the successful Boomer boar goat stud just outside of Dorrigo in New South Wales. He's recently diversified his business model and now delivers fresh goat meat to households and restaurants up and down the mid-north coast of New South Wales.
Basically, we went from a small herd as a weed control. The demand for just people rocking up in the door, wanting animals, wanting the meat. So we took the move to try to start selling our own animals. Within a couple of weeks, we had sold out of our own product and we had to source animals from other producers.
There are two types of goats feeding the Australian market. Rangeland goats, sometimes unkindly known as ferals, predominantly from Western New South Wales and Southern Queensland, and boar goats, which is what Justin's running.
The boar goats are a premium meat breed, not just in Australia, in the world. They've been designed for their meat, selected for their meat qualities. Now, the rangeland goats do a fantastic job in different situations where the boar goats and the red boars and the savannah goats have been bred for that specific meat, whether it's the eating quality as well as the actual yield you get back from the animals.
Although Justin's expansion along the supply chain was designed to strengthen the business, it's not been without its own challenges.
The big problem we have at the moment is getting that constant quality all year round, because when you start selling to butchers, restaurant, they want it every day of the year.
Justin, along with a number of other goat producers, wholesalers, retailers and chefs, recently attended an MLA-sponsored goat tour in Sydney. The ultimate aim of these events is to get more goat meat onto Australian plates and menus.
It was really a networking exercise for the goat industry. It was ability to be able to bring both sides of the industry, the production side and the usage side together, to understand, all the different elements and specifications around the goat industry and some of the opportunities that are out there for not only producers to take on, but also particularly butchers and chefs.
The day began with a focus on carcasses, highlighting the differences between the lean rangeland goat carcass and full-blood boar with a good coverage of fat on it. There were butchering demonstrations, and then the versatility of the meat was showcased through a range of dishes, cooked and sampled on the day.
It was a fantastic opportunity to meet up with these restaurants and butchers who might be on the other end of a phone, or just get you face-to-face to really talk and explain how the animals are produced, what the qualities of the animals are, just to help them in their promotion of the product as well. It was just a really good networking day.
Those moves to build strong linkages from producers right through to end users, to butchers and to chefs, are quite reminiscent of what began to gain momentum in the early 1990s in the beef industry. And funnily enough, it's now beef producers who are among those best placed to gain from the opportunities now presented by goats.
I think the main appealing factors for goat production to current producers is that the versatility, they can integrate into their current system quite easily. If you've got a cattle operation, they allow you to reduce that internal parasite burden and the cost of managing that internal parasite burden. From a weeds management perspective, they utilise a far broader range of the feed base than what sheep and cattle do.
Australia is the largest exporter of goat meat in the world. Around 27,000 tonnes left our shores last year, with the only limit on that number being supply. 60% of that product went to the US, with their cultural diversity presenting an enormous market opportunity. New markets are evolving in Vietnam and the Middle East, and the global shortage of mutton presents further opportunities.
We've got to be able to add the resources and the tools for producers to be able to understand goat production and therefore be able to integrate it into their current systems. And I think that's a great opportunity from a production perspective, that there is that capacity to be able to include goats into many farming operations. And there's a demand for the product, and Australia can deliver that product.